The only people in today's River State that were not part of the Aro Confederacy are the Ogoni. Ogoni came from Bakongo. Bakongo today is shared into 3 countries: Congo, Kinshasa, Congo, Brazzaville, and Angola. So they came here, but after the Emancipation Proclamation, they were kept where they are. And that's what it is. The rest of them, everybody, are Igbo. So the idea of telling me, who was born in Diobu, who grew up around Port Harcourt, trekking from Diobu to Nembe Waterside, from Nembe Waterside to Rumumasi, where my sister got married, that I should deny my heritage. That's nonsense. But of course, there are Igbos willing to deny their heritage. You can see it. And that's why you say, when those things happen, what is it? Is the Nigerian state putting pressure on them? Port Harcourt was renamed in 1913. The real name of that place is Igweocha. Igweocha, it means in Igbo, white hill. It was renamed in 1913 to honor Lord Vernon Harcourt, who at that time was Secretary of the Colonies in the British government. Because Port Harcourt was being used as a staging post to export the coal that Daddy Onyema was bringing from the mines in Enugu. And that's what it is. So whether you want to deny who you are or not, I see myself as a Rivers man. Me and Wike, we are Aro Ikwerre. It was the Aro that were there, the Aro Confederacy. That's what it is. So if you now want me to deny my heritage because you want me to gain acceptance, I would not agree.
Okay.
But I also see he's united quite a lot of us. Some people who were not there, like the Ezon, are now beginning to also cry. The Ezon were promised to be part of the new Nigeria in 1966 if they join the civil war on the federal side. What have they gotten? Even when they were promised Port Harcourt, Port Harcourt was removed from them by Abacha. And everything you have today in River State were all people who were under the Igbo Aro Confederacy that lasted from 1640 to 1900.
Onye ilomu gatutu konkom, gatutu. Onye ilomu gatutu konkom. Hey, ndị Ikwerre gatutu konkom. Anyama gatutu konkom. Hey, this particular video you watch, sweet me die. And I know, if you go to the comment section, you'll be seeing them running up and down. Hey, Oga, the history is clear. You can hit your head on the wall. I want you to understand one thing. It is only a matter of time. Ndị Igbo si akụfesịa ọdalawo. Oji ife nwata n'enu aka fobi ofo wedeti ya n'ani. It is a matter of time. The lies, the propaganda, the falsehood, the misinformation, and the brainwashing will die a natural death. When we started 2022, 2023, they thought it's just a propaganda, it's just a media stunt. We are just trying to cruise. It is just for content creation. It's rage baiting. We want to cash out. But today, it is the bone of contention that even when they call some people to come and deliberate on politics, identity crisis become the topic of the day. I go lie for you. You heard him. Look at what he said about this is the information on Wikipedia. And we have been telling you this thing, that time will come, the son of the soil will start saying, enough is enough, we cannot continue like this. There is a question this man asks that most of you have not looked into. Forget that the man is saying Ikwerre is Igbo. Everybody know Ikwerre is Igbo because today, the Ohaneze president is an Ikwerre man. Senator John Azotambata is an Ikwerre man. And he's the leader of the social cultural organization Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. that is leading over 70 million Igbos worldwide. So you can't just be lying about it and be saying, no, Ikwerres are not Igbo. We understand the politics of the day, why some people are denying not to be Igbo. We can see it. But there is a question the man asks that most of you have refused to ask yourself. Those that rejected not to be Igbos, what have you benefited? Those that are fighting the Igbos, what have you benefited? Come to Southeast, the Southeastern Igbos are benefiting more than most of you. 2026 Momentum Index just surfaced for half of the year. Enugu number 1. Abia number 3. My Delta state is 27. And those states don't carry last. Edo state carry last. The so-called South, remember, Delta State collect the highest allocation. No be say they give us money. Waiting our governors use and they do. But Southeast, Enugu, and Abia are in topmost. Yes, so I'm not saying that all Southeast are doing well, but you can see that it has nothing to do with all these lies about Igbo people do this, Igbo people do that. Inside that turmoil, inside that place, you say that Biafra and IPOB, they are doing well. To the point that Edo State, we believe people go to say, if you need know the carry last, Edo State don't carry last finally. You deny not to be Igbo. You fight against the Southeast. You call yourself South. You say because Igbo people want Yakudo oil. With Yakudo oil, what have you benefited? What have you done? With the so-called Niger Delta, where are we? What have you benefited? That tells you the honest thing you need to know. That no matter who you are, Nigerian government know who you are, and they will still treat you the way you want to treat yourself. We are supposed to come together, join forces, speak with one voice, to remove ourselves from this marginalization, to emancipate ourselves and gain what they call resource control while we are still in this country. But instead of us to come together, we believe lies, falsehood, and propaganda. We fight against ourselves. And while we engage in this fight, enemies inherit our wealth. Because they say when two brothers are fighting, strangers will inherit their wealth. This is what is happening. The oil wells that they promise the sons and everybody say, you just fight. The oil wells are owned by strangers. Satana Sokoto them. T.Y. Janduma them are the one owning it. But when Ojukwu was fighting that we need to secure this place, you could see it as an enemy because it's an Igbo man. You believe the lies, but today you deny, you don't deny, you fight them, you don't fight them. You are not benefiting anything. This is supposed to be a major concern to you, that you start thinking, why are we still in abject poverty? Why are we not developed? No good hospital, no good road, no better infrastructure, no economy. Even when they say now the governor is from our place, they are not doing anything. They are still being controlled by people of externals. That will tell you that the denial of what is not favoring anybody. I'm out of here, Joe.